Well, hello everybody. Whether I've got anybody or not, I don't. I've got nobody. I've got a great big naught. As this is the first time I've broadcast in well over 4 months, I think, I'm not surprised. And look at the time of the day, 10 to 3 in the afternoon on a Tuesday. So it'd be interesting to see how long it takes for people to come and find me, if at all, which is quite probably not. We'll have to see. Hello, Eagle Creek. Well done, mate. Blimey. That's in 49 seconds from the start of the broadcast. So I'm not sure if you've been on any of mine before. Have you live? I can't remember. You know what my memory is like. Give me your name. I've forgotten it again. You know what I'm like. Hello, Dundas. James. Great. As you can see, or maybe not, I'm in a different place. So what I'd like to know from you two is, what's the picture like and the sound, please? Oh, Andy. Thank you for joining. Well done. You did it in 1 minute and 45 seconds, which is pretty good going. And AD, hello AD. Perfect, good. Right, good. So I'm in the conservatory. I don't know what the sound sounds like. Might be a bit reverberatory, I'm not quite sure. But we'll see how we go. Hello, Newlin. Please give me your names, gents. You know I'm hopeless at it. Absolutely flaming hopeless. All the way from scary Norfolk. So I'm hoping on this 31st of October we won't have any ghosts or ghouls arriving. Hopefully not. If they do, I'll kick them out of that door as quick as I can. You can. Thank you, Clive. So what's this all about? And why have I suddenly decided to go live? I do miss it when I don't do it, but it's life, isn't it, a little bit, you know? So I've got the other camera set up, and you might wonder why I'm in the conservatory. And in a minute, I'll show you. But first, just a little bit of history. As you know, I've been going to quite a few shows recently. And it might not continue because it does get quite expensive with all the petrol. But I bought a new loco, or rather, I bought an old new loco at one of them, didn't I? And you need to go into it. I've got a book that I was sent free. In fact, I've got 2 books that I was sent free. I think by Hattons, but it might have been Sheffield. That lists all the models, and it tells you, you know, when they were built and you know what mould it came out of and all this. Not huge amount of information, but you know, just lets you know what's what. And while I was looking for those, or rather, I knew where they were, but when I picked one out, I found this one. So I'm just hold this up in the front of the camera. Okay, well, it's not a new one. I've probably had it years and years and years, you know. But I thought, hello, Meridian. Used to be a TV station called Meridian, wasn't there? I believe it might still be going. I don't know. And I was looking in this, and you know, you tend to think, oh, you know, it's full of huge layouts. You know, you need a room, but there's not. Actually, at the back, there are in fact little layouts. You know, and having seen what you can do with a little layout, I thought, well, is it worth having a go? Because obviously up in the loft sometimes it's really, really cold. But to be honest, it's really, really cold in here as well sometimes, because it's a conservatory, isn't it? You know, boiling hot in the summer and fairly chilly in the winter. The only difference about this place compared to the loft, I've got a heater there, a convection heater, and it's not a big, huge place to warm up. It's a bit like a shed, really, isn't it, Andy? You're using Pico FlexiTrack. Okay. Was that a question that was asked? Interesting. Right, well, keeping the same vein, I'm using Hornby and Pico 100 set track with a little bit of flexi where I need it. So, hello, Daz Faulkner. Are you new to the stream or new to the channel? Thank you for coming if you are, and if you're not, I'm sorry for not remembering you. I'll put that up for you. Hang on. Right, there we are. Well, you should say, funny you say that, it's raining at the moment, so I don't know whether you can hear the rain. It's not very heavy, but this roof really magnifies it. You listen to it and you think, oh, it's pouring down. You go out there in the patio and there's hardly any rain, so it does really do it. You know, got 11 on, blimey, good God. So yeah. So yeah, that might be a problem. We've had a bit of rain earlier this morning, and then the sun's come out a bit and whatever. And I don't know what's the temperature in here. Actually, it's quite a pleasant 20 degrees according to my thermometer over there. Hence, I'm in a shirt and a pair of shorts. So whatever. So I'll let you see what I've been up to. All right, everybody. So I'm going to change the camera if I can find out how to do it. I think it's there, isn't it? I do believe it's that one, isn't it? Yeah. So here we are, everybody. The big reveal, as I like to call it. There we are. So when I had the conservatory built, down this wall, which is at the back of the kitchen, there are all the pipes, and I built a unit to cover them. And when I take the camera off the tripod or just move it around, I'll show you the unit underneath. And I'll also show you a photo from a video that I made yesterday, uploaded it to YouTube to go out tonight at 7 o'clock, and then thought better of it and took it down. So you probably won't ever see that video. But what it did show from a picture from it was what I actually had on the top. Now, I didn't have this big board that you can see. And if you're a bit perplexed why I've got weights on there, along with Dragon Junction Mark II card on the flats, it's to stop the flaming thing tipping off because it's a bit wider than what it's sitting on. So, yeah, okay, Dundas, if you want to go and do what you got to do. What I will say to all you is, this is the first of two today, so I'm going to do another one later this evening, probably. Maybe any time between 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock. The only slight worry I've got is if everybody's on the internet this evening, will the stream be as good? Which I hope it still is it? Hopefully. So, yeah, this is what I've sorted out, so to speak. Now, when I show you the other one, and I haven't actually got the it running at the moment, I've got the computer there ready to turn it on and plug it in. But I'm going to leave it for a minute. It was all straight. And it looks boring, doesn't it? When it's all straight, it's horrible. So, yeah, right. Yeah, like would be nice. Anything to help my views, because the last video is doing quite poorly, I would say. Yeah. Not doing good at all. Although it has managed to get a scramble over 200 in 4 days. So there we are. Has everybody died? Because I'm not getting any comments here. Are you still with me? Am I still with you, everybody? Yeah, it's saying I'm live. Oh, Adi, snap. Okay, Adi. Was it a jack of hearts or a spade that we snapped on? Can't remember. Right. Okay. Right. So we're going. Hello. Hi. H&H Express. Welcome. We're live and kicking. Good. Hello, Carl, isn't it, from Bangor Junction? I'm okay. I had an ear infection the last, week and a bit. Well, a couple of weeks probably. But the old penicillin, the old antibiotics, have got rid of that. But I did go back to the nurse yesterday to check that it had healed, because I didn't have any really symptoms with it. So you're probably wondering how I knew I had it. But there we are. That's another story, isn't it? So, yeah, this is what I've set up. The weights are there, as I say, to stop it tipping off, because I had the Ginty on there, which it still is, and I managed to tip that onto the floor, and I didn't think that was a good idea. And if I did it with any of these others, not a good idea. So I thought I'd better have something to hold it solid. And they do, actually. They're not bad, So I've got these bits of board, and there's actually 3 bits of board, believe it or not, here, which you'll see a bit later on. Out the loft, and I think they're the side of a cupboard or the base of a cupboard. So I've used those, and overall length of this is 6 foot 8 inches, I think it is, which is about 2 meters. And the width that you can see at the moment is about 400, which is as much as we could go. Hello, Kelly. Keep the diesel shunt. I'm not sure there's enough room for that stinky box on wheels. A small tank engine would look the part. I've got tank engines on it as well. Yeah. Is that all right here? Am I excused? Okay. So I bought a few bits down from the layout upstairs. You can see I've got the engine shed, and obviously the block of flats with the advertising hoarding on the side of it, on the end of it. I've also got a little hut which is down sort of by the engine shed, which is usually by the level crossing. So whatever. Good on, well done, Kelly. I'm pleased you think. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and get the computer going that's in, and it's all back to front, this one. I usually have iTrains on the computer I'm talking to you through, and I do the stream on the computer that you can see, but it's all back to front, shall we say. So I'm just going to go and turn that one on, and I've not got these computers plugged in, so I don't know how long the batteries are going to last. So at the moment I've got 82% on this one, and it was fully charged when I started. So we'll see how we go. So excuse me while I pop over there, and you'll see me fiddling. I'll just move that around a bit if I can. There we are. I'm going to be there. All right. So I can't read your comments at the moment, everybody. So it's turn it on, and it was in sleep. So I now need to plug this in. Oh dear. There we are. And now I've got to go and turn the power on, he says, which is behind my chair here. That's the one. At least I think that is the one, isn't it? That's it, I think. No, that's not the one. That's for something else. Okay, it must be that one. Yeah, there we are. Got a light on it. Does always look a bit better when you get a light, doesn't it, everybody? So, hello. Right, and now I need to get that going. There we are. So I'm using Railmaster again, Hornby Railmaster. And it definitely will not be automated. Everything you see on here will be me doing it. All right. Now I can't move all the trains because some of them need to be put into the database of Railmaster because I bought a few trains or a few engines since, haven't I? So we'll just let it load and I'll come back and let's see my mug for a minute if you want. Oh dear. Yeah, let's have a look. Hello, look, I am here, honest. I really am, you know. And this camera is the one that I can move around. I've got the long lead on that. I've only got the short one on the other one because we have problems. Okay. So I've got 12 on, which isn't bad considering. Did he spell? Yeah, possibly. Right, I think we might be ready to go. So let's see. It's setting up the signals. It's going to have a bit of trouble controlling them, isn't it? So I've actually still obviously got the old, you know, the layout that is upstairs, but of course it's altered a bit since I did it on here. Although not a great deal actually. Looking at it, no, it's about right. I think the siding bit might be a bit different, but that's about it. So let's make a start, shall we? And I think the first thing is to give Kelly a bit of fun with the gin tea. So I'll get the camera back on for you. Oh no, I won't. Are you ready for vomit, everybody? I'll take this off of the tripod for you. Look away, please. Look away. So I've got no idea what you're going to be seeing here. I suppose I could turn. Oh, I can't turn that around because I've got all the leaves in. But I'm hoping you can see that. So the idea is obviously the tunnel entrance is the end of the fiddle yard, which to be honest isn't really long enough, but there we are. So let's get the gin tea going. As long as we're going forward, we'll be all right. So it may stop and start because obviously it's only got one feed at the end there. So obviously the idea here would be to leave the carriages in the middle bit and run round and things. But obviously with this one I can't because there's no coupling on the back of the coach, is there? So let's bring her back. Are you enjoying it so far, everybody, or have you all left? Look, not like that, does it? Need to wobble. Right, so that's that. Right, what can we do? Let's see if the diesel will go, shall we? If I've got it, where is it? I've got to find them. I don't know where they are now. They'll be here somewhere. down the bottom, I think. So I don't know if you can see this. I think they were all at the bottom from what I can remember. Oh, yeah. There's the 06, there's the 08. Okay. Let's have some engine. So we'll go back on here so you get my ugly mug again. Excuse me. Okay. So everybody, what was that like? Was that all right? So what have I missed? Right, so that's my idea. Now, if I show you the other camera a minute while I talk on it. So I'll just move that up a bit, and I'll move it back a bit as well. I really am trying to get you all sick this afternoon, but there we are. Sorry about that. So I don't know how much of that you can see. That's near enough all of it, I would say. And yes, I know the trains get in the way a bit, don't they? But what do you think about this layout? This is the idea of this stream and the one tonight is do a bit of a Charlie Bishop and get other people to sort of make any suggestions. I would be willing to buy some extra track if I need to, but if I show you the other one that I had on last night, and I'll do that I think right now. You'll see how boring that one was. So I'll just go, and that's on the other computer. So I'll just go and get that working. So just have a look at this for a little while. And it's time for my tea, I'll go and get my tea in a minute. But yeah, let's see if I can get this picture up. So just do that. And it should be here. Here we are. So I don't quite know how well you're going to see this. So I'm just going to move you again on the other camera so you won't get sick, but I won't know how well it's going to pick it out. Let's have a look. Right. Oh dear, how are we doing? Yes, Eagle Creek. The trouble is, if you make that longer, you're going to come flying straight off the edge of the board. Because yes, I would like it longer. Now, if I show you this other one, just a minute, I'll swap the cameras over, and you can see hopefully what I had up before. Yeah, can you see that? I know it's a bit faint. Hang on a minute. I'll just turn it up a bit, it might help. Don't know, might make it worse. Yeah, so that's what I had yesterday, and that's what I had in the video that I did, and this is a picture from it. And unlike the one I've got here today, which is all connected up and working, I would have needed quite a few. I would have needed another point. I wasn't that convinced that this was good, so I didn't really want to cut any track. Whereas with this one, I did think it wasn't too bad and had possibilities, shall we say. So, yeah. So I'll come back to you. And there we go. Yeah, I'll come back to you. Yeah, absolutely. But as I've said, it's going to be a bit hard. So let's go back to the other one. There we are. And I think you'll agree that what I've got there is a lot more interesting than the photo you've just seen. This is on, this is, as you can probably work out with the sounds, is all on DCC. So I'm basically using my old control unit from upstairs that has now been replaced by iTrains and the DigiKeys DR5000 to control this. And basically, if I wanted all the points and everything electrified, yeah, I could do it. But that isn't my plan for this layout. I'm not really needed, AD. I'll actually, I'll show you. I'll move the other camera and I'll show you. Hang on. Right. And I'm just going to take this opportunity to go and put my kettle on because I'm thirsty. It's all this talking. Kettle's on. So what I was doing yesterday was if I needed to clean the track here, I push and the whole thing would go whoosh, you know, which is what it did. And it did that this morning. And I thought, I can't have that with all this lot on. So especially this new 15XX one, which isn't in the database yet, but I will get it in for tonight. Yeah, whatever. So it's basically sitting on some pads that stop it sliding with these weights sort of counterbalancing it. And it seems to work reasonably well. They are quite heavy. So let me show you AD what I've got. So let's just move to the other camera again. There we are, and I think you'd agree that I've got a fair bit of track there. And if you're wondering where this has come from, it's obviously from the Garden Railway, if you remember. In the picture, I didn't have any track to do that with. That's why they were loose. So it was, the idea was to just again, as I'm doing today, get advice. And I didn't want to go out and buy anything until you've got a layout that you sort of like. Which, to be honest, I sort of like this one. I think it's got some movement in it. It's got some curves in it. It's not all straight. I've got room around it to do some scenics, haven't I? And where the thing, and I'll go back to the other picture because once you've seen one bit of track, you've seen it all. Well, hopefully, anyway. And my tea is brewing, so we'll go and get that, which would be nice. There we are. So where the 08 is, that will be on one side of a platform, and I'll probably make it shorter and make it into a bay platform that will hold maybe the 101 DMU. and then between those two, so where the 08 is and where the runaround is, that will be the platform for the country station, basically. Yeah, hopefully. With you know, so we have 2 trains in, and then obviously the engine shed is right next to the window there, and then this end, it's basically, you know, goes in behind Scenics really, and I can change bottom lanes now. You can't really see it here, but on the other side of the push pull me coach, there isn't a board right into the window, and I'm planning on doing that because if this works, what I'll do is I'll go and buy a bit of board, or rather a few bits of board, so that it's all in one bit. I'll still have to find a way, I think, of stopping it tipping over. Hello, Alan from Overdene Station. Welcome, sir. Just a sort of an end-to-end. So, you know, I'm just going to go and get me tea. I'm sorry I'm being a bit... I've got too much going on here at the moment, haven't I? You know? So I've been going... I'm going to go for about another 10 minutes, I think, if you don't mind. And then if you look out for me tonight, anytime between 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock, and I'll probably do maybe an hour then, something like that, an hour and a bit. We'll see how it goes. That's assuming any of you arrive, of course. You know, you might all depart from the platform and never be seen again. I don't know. Right, hang on, I'm going to get me tea. So I hope you like the view there. Unfortunately, I can't have all the trains running automatically because it don't work on this one. Right. Oh, that's better. Oh, I needed that. I have to keep thinking where I'm putting my hands as I come in, because I think if I pushed really hard on these boards, they still would topple over somewhat. Right, let me cut the tea. I've got the owl because I still need the what's the name. So let me just get me in view again, and you can have my ugly mug for a little while, can't you? I'm sure you've had enough of that now. Let's have a go. There we do. Oh dear, right. Let's. I'm not quite sure what it's going to look like, but we'll have a look. Yeah. Am I in shot? There we are. I'm here. Hey. It's funny when you don't do the live streams for a long time. You forget. Well, I forget things. So the first thing I forgot is I was hunting frantically for the password for StreamYard, but of course you don't need it. They send you a code. And then when I put this camera in, I had it in upside down. So I was broadcasting from Australia, or maybe New Zealand with Julian. Yes, quite possible. Okay, fine. Right, I'm going to have a look at what you've been saying about me while I've been busy. I could do with a moderator, and I thought Alan or what's the main mic to come on. Now, I'm not sure I can get you on, because I'm on StreamYard, I'm not sure I can get you to do that. I might be able to. Hang on, let's have a look. No, all I can do to you, Andy, is put user in timeout or ban user and delete their comments. So I'm not going to do that because you're a nice chap. So yeah, doesn't seem as though you can do that. I think from, I think if you're going through YouTube, you can, you know, thing like, I don't quite know how Anthony does it because he gets everybody, doesn't he, as a moderator. So I'll have to hope that I'm going to get some nice people on here. To be honest, you know, we all sort of have thoughts that we might express on these streams, and you say them, and then afterwards you think, oh, well, perhaps I shouldn't have done that, you know. It can happen, can't it, you know? So what's this one about? What's that one about, Adi? Is that oh, Dad's Army Railband? Okay, who's making that? Hornby, I would imagine. And yeah, thank you, Adi. That's fine. Cheers, mate. That's very kind of you. And that's what YouTube is about, isn't it? And our community. It's really good. Hello, Ivan. You just come in. I've been going about 36 minutes, so not very long really. As they go, is it? And I've got 13 on, which I'm quite pleased with. So, Alan, how are you doing with your massive layout there? That was impressive when I saw it. I know it was a long time ago since you put that up, but yeah, it's good. Hopefully, it's you've been tweaking it and getting it all working lovely. Oh, I like that cup of tea. Oh, it's nice. It was indeed. So I might have to go over. Funny question. Funny thing here. It's not really to do with the right. Well, it is in a way. If you remember the last video and the video before that, I went to a show down in Mr. South London Sheds territory, didn't I? Peter Dixon's. And to get to Peter Dixon's from here, I need to use the Dartford Tunnel, or rather the Queen Elizabeth Bridge. Now, I've had a long-standing account on that bridge, you know, to pay the toll. But I don't use it very often. And I did check to make sure I got the right car reg in. And when I looked at it, it said it wasn't cancelled. It was sort of in abeyance, you know, just not being used. And I assumed that when I went across twice in a day, it would reactivate it and it would just take the money off. But knowing how that some of these systems work, well, being a bit worried that I was going to get a fine, I did actually go on before the 24 hours were up and had a look. And no, they hadn't taken any money off. And if I hadn't gone and paid by my credit card, I would have been fined for not paying, even though I had £20 in that account to pay it. So I was rather incensed with it, and I don't see the point of having an account that you might use occasionally if they don't use it. So I asked them to stop it. So yeah, I had £20 in it. Well, £19.95 I think I had in it. So I got a couple of emails to say we're going to refund this to this credit card and we're going to refund that to this credit card, which is fine, don't mind. That's how I pay, you know, when I top it up. Anyway, what did I get this morning? I got a cheque through the post for £19.95. So have they refunded it to the credit cards and to me? I've got to go and pay it in my bank, but I suspect that the credit cards wouldn't take it back. I don't know. Great fun though. Yeah, a spoonful of sugar does help the medicine go down, Kelly. Yeah, Mary Poppins, who doesn't know that? Yeah, absolutely. Want 2 sugars in your tea, Andy, do you? It's not good for you, you know, this sugar, you know. That's why I've got no teeth up here, you know, because I had sugar in my teeth when I was young, and it just rotted them. And my teeth are soft anyway, so it don't help, you know. So if you have tea and have a lot of sugar in it, or you know, your breakfast in the morning, loads of sugar, and don't clean your teeth afterwards, you know, you might not have any teeth at my age at 73. So yeah, which is all right. You know, I get away with it. I'm okay. Anthony does. What's that one? Anthony uses OBS. I have tried OBS, and I have got it on the other computer. Anthony is a little bit cleverer than I think, with a far better memory. And I think OBS does need that, basically, to remember how to use it, especially when you're not doing it every week, you know. I mean, I'm sure Andy, you know, with his regular Sunday thing, you know, he's got it all down pat and just adds it on and away goes. I've had to sort of get cables down here. You wouldn't believe how much stuff was upstairs that I needed down here. I needed tripods, I needed leads, you know, you name it, I had to get it. I got a bit of stuff here. So I did actually, if you remember, I used to drink Stella Artois, no more because it's too expensive, but I used to, so I keep the boxes. And I did think if I'd had time, I could have made a barrier for where the tunnel is, you know, to show that is the fiddle yard. I might still do it. I'll see how much time I got after the end of this, but we'll see how we go. But it's here. I've even got a Weetabix box here, which could double up as an engine shed, I suppose. And there's a knife and some glue in there if I need any. So we're all there. So I'm looking really for what I've already been told. You know, can you make the bypass bit longer? And if you noticed on that photograph, it was quite long. And I think I could get 3 Mark III carriages in, you know, the cross-country carriages in that space. And get the loco past them at each end. But the trouble with that is it's all there. And also, I did also on that one have a Class 52 Western at the end. And so, you know, I could have bought that's 10 inches long, the Class 52 Western. So, you know, I could have got most of my locos probably up and past them. But if you think about it, if this is a little country station, are you likely to have, you know, all these big engines coming? I suspect you're not. And I suspect you're probably going to have maybe a little DMU or even a bubble car. You might have a one coach train that the engine runs around and pulls it back the other way, which I've got on there. Or, you know, the actual pull you coach. So that's what I've got on here. Now, I can't run it as I want to at the moment because the 15XX isn't actually in the database, so I can't run it. Which I will get it in before tonight's go. So yeah, I've just stuck with well, I like StreamYard, to be honest. I mean, you can invite people in. You know, if I wanted to right now, I could probably invite Hot Dog in. You know, if he had it all set up, I mean, his cameras and that. I could get Anthony from America, which I've done. I did do a stream with Anthony, Hot Dog, and Alan Junction. And AGV wants to think. I'm going to remind me later, Mr. AGVG. Let's say in 15 minutes, shall we? So this stream is likely to finish in 15 minutes, everybody, which will be 3:45. I think that'll do. And I will have been going an hour, basically, or just under an hour, probably. So I hope you're enjoying this. And okay, that might be true. Yeah, I mean, obviously here I can actually yeah. Hang on, what does that say? Hang on a minute, just a tick. It doesn't come up. Okay. Right, maybe because I've got it up there. Hang on. No, don't know. There's a star on it, and I don't quite know what it does. Anybody help me in StreamYard? I don't know. I'm not going to push it in case. I did that on OBS and I lost everything. I lost the pictures and everything else, you know. Now, how's my battery doing on this? I've got 48 minutes left on it, so I will charge it up before I go. Yeah, I'll have to do the kicking out. So I'm hoping I won't get anybody I want to kick out. Hopefully not. Yeah, Andy, that's actually true. Yeah, I could do it on YouTube, and I did at the beginning. And I did actually, if you go back through my videos quite a long way back from my first goes at live, I did actually use OBS. And that were in the days when my upload speed was, wait for it, 0.08 megabits a second. So as you can imagine, the picture probably wasn't that good. And OBS sort of sets the settings automatically for what your upload is, you know. So it didn't work. It's awful, but it's still up there. You know me, I don't get rid of anything. I just leave it up there. So all 420 videos are still there, you know. I'm not sure sweeteners do rot your. Well, I don't. Yeah, they might be rotting. Yeah, they might be rotting my brain. I suppose that's why I can't remember your names. But as I've been very forgetful with names ever since I was about a grasshopper, and I was using sugar then, I don't think it has. Yeah, absolutely, Kelly. That's what we. I'll just add something to that. I think we like talking about them as well, don't we? I would imagine. And saying hello to everybody, which, yes, I agree, I don't do very well in streams and say hello to everybody. But again, you know, if you all put your names down on your channels like I have, yeah, I'd be all right. But, you know, if you don't, I can't, you know. Hello, Stephen Cameron. Are you new to the to the channel? And if you're not, please, I apologise. I'm hopeless at remembering who's who. I must admit, I'm quite impressed with Andy on his Sunday things. How he knows everybody's name. Really, really good. Who's that? Who are you hoping to meet up with, Tony Northeastern, AD? Yeah, it's an idea, Kelly, but in fact, this conservatory in the summer can well exceed 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which sometimes is worse than the loft, to be honest. So I think I'll pass on that one if you don't mind, my dear. Okay, so how are we doing? Yeah, getting there. I'll just run a few trains for a minute, shall I? If you want that. So I'll switch you on to the other camera. There we are. So I'll just there's not a lot I can do. I can bring the run the 20 out, possibly. I'll see how we go. So bear with me, peoples. I can't. Oh, hello, Anthony. Right, Anthony. Thank you for coming on. I'm going to come on again later tonight. And as you can see, I've got another little layout here. So I'm looking for ideas and suggestions. None of this is all fixed down yet, but I'm reasonably happy with what I've got here, I think. But suggestions are things. We've had one already to try and make the bypass longer. But it's not so easy, and also I'll have to start cutting track again. I have already cut some track to get this to work, but we'll have a look. Might try it tonight. See how we go. All right. I'm going to be on for an hour and a half tonight, and I'll probably be any time between 6 and 7. So just keep an eye out for me. I don't want to give myself an absolute time because I have to cook and wash up and do everything myself here, you know, peoples. All right. So I'm just going to get some trains running, and I'll lose that out of the way. And I'll lose that banner out of the way so you can see a bit more. There we are. I'll go back to the comments. So perhaps kind of like watching the train run. If I can get it working. Oh dear. Right. I better see how much juice I've got in this computer. Oh, that's not too bad. Oh, blimey. 2 hours, 46 minutes left. Blimey. Let's hope it hasn't gone out. It's still connected. I'm hoping it will be. Let's see if we get a horn from the 20, shall we? Hey, there we are. Okay, so need to. I got the point. That's all right. We'll go forward. No, we go. Oh, I'm not sure. That might be backwards. Actually, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's backwards. Oh dear! I've just pushed the tunnel out of the way. Oh dear. Oh wait, they always said that class 20s were strong. Let's just prove to everybody. So let's make the move. So I hope you can see that. So what I like about Railmaster is you can actually control the speed with the mouse wheel. So if I turn it, look, you see, and then pull it back. So I'm now going to switch the point, and I'll see if I can get in there. So let's go forward. Sound would be useful, wouldn't it? Doing two things at once. Bring back the automatic, everybody. So I'll now try and get the shunter in there, which happens to be right opposite this on the Railmaster. So I think we need to go backwards, do we not? Let's get some engine going. So considering that this track has been sitting out in the garden shed since I did the last live stream outside, which was an awful long time ago, that tunnel will have to be fixed, won't it, everybody? But I need a bit of length. So now we'll try and get the 20 back where it was. A little bit of what's the name? And we want to go backwards. Can you not? Yeah. Let's go, everybody. Let's have a... Oh, that's a bit quick, wasn't it? That point is a bit stiff, to be honest. I'll be with you in a minute, Kelly. Just a minute, I'll get you back to me. Hello, I'm back again. Kelly's asked why the dumbbells on the railway. Well, seeing how I just drove that both the 20 and the 08 off the end, it's probably in sympathy with me. But the reason they're there, Kelly, is to stop the whole thing tipping off what it's sitting on. Because I did that this morning, and I don't want it doing it with all this lot on there. Oh, my tea's getting cold, everybody. I'm too busy. So, as you can see from this gentleman here, that's what it's for. Okay. So, when and if I do this layout as it won't be permanent, it will come off. I don't want it fixed to this. I will have to try and think of some way of holding it and stopping it falling off. I mean, I wonder whether black tack would do it. You know, if you had some long bits of black tack at the back, it might well stop it coming off. I don't know. Yeah, that's the Ginty, Heather, Kelly. That's Ginty being eager to get going later on to this evening. All right, so. Right. Do you think, Andy, that there'll be enough people to go around, and is he likely to nick all my people? So I'd be on here talking to myself. So I do feel that I am doing, you know. An answer would be welcome before I leave, and I am about to go. I've been on 58 minutes, so I'm going to finish at an hour. I think the problem is that there are so many YouTubers now that do live streams. I think you're going to stand on somebody's toes whenever you do it, you know. So what would be better if I came on at? I could come on at 6 o'clock. How long does he run for? Yeah, I could probably make it for well, probably earlier than 6. But the problem with that is then anybody that's been working has probably just got in. That's why sort of 7 is quite a good time. If only that was true, Kelly, but I'm afraid I'm a very small little cog in a big machine, yeah? So I've got to do that, have I, Andy? Okay, I'll try. But I may run over it. You know what it's like, isn't it? You're very good actually at doing your hour most of the time, but sometimes we just get carried away, don't we? Right, Mr. AGV has just told me he wants to restart now, so I think I'm going to have to think I'm going to have to go, everybody. And I hope you've enjoyed the stream. So can I just have, before we go, what's the picture and the sound been like all through the stream? Is it acceptable? Could you see the trains running? Were they jumping down the track, you know, rather than just running down as they have been doing here? Because if that's the case, then it might be that because I'm in the conservatory, I've not got as good an upload, you know. Hello, Jimmy. No, not wrong one. Sorry, Anthony. Did I miss you, or have you just come on? And unfortunately, I can't run the 395 on this because it's a bit long, I'm afraid. I mean, I could do the power car, I suppose. Yeah, we have a single. Yeah. Free 9, is it a 95 or a 75? So long since I've said that, I can't remember. Yeah, it's a single car. Be different, wouldn't it? It's been very good. Okay, good. So what I'd like you to tell me tonight is, as soon as I come on and you see me, if it's, I wish Ginny would be a bit quieter. I'd want you to tell me if it's not as good as it is now, because I do have an alternative. I can plug in direct from my router to hear, I think, if the lead's long enough, because that's what I do in the loft sometimes. All right. Yes, Kelly, you go and have something to eat, and I'll have something to eat before I come on again at 6. All right, everybody. And all as long as I get my tea, I don't mind. You know what I'm like. Hello, Chris Gasor. Gasor. If it's the first time you've been to my channel, welcome. And you can do it all again later tonight, about 6 o'clock. I've been told I've got to go on. I hear who must be obeyed. But yeah, I don't mind at 6. That's all right. I'm just hoping that people are back and not having their meal. That's all. I will say. So, adios, everybody. It's about as far as I can do. And it looks like the stream was pretty good. I'll have a look on the telly while I'm having my dinner, I think. So, there we go. So, thanks, everybody. And hang on, I'm just let's see, what can I bring up? Well, let's have that one first. I already had that up, didn't I? What's that one? No. So I got a live stream, but it's not on Friday the 22nd of Jan. It's on Tuesday the 31st of October. Halloween. Oh dear, everybody. Oh dear. Are we going to be all right? That should be going off. Why are you? Oh, hang on. Yeah, okay. Oh yes. Okay. I've got a couple of comments as well. Oh dear. So I put this one up, but I'm not. I'm busy with getting everything sorted out for this evening. All right, everybody. So let's go. It's been 1 hour and 3 minutes, and I've got 11 on, so I have lost a few, but I'm not surprised. So cheers, everybody. Cheers. Let's get rid of that one. And I can't follow. Right, where are you, mister? There we go. So, yeah, bye-bye, everybody. Until later, yes, exactly as this gentleman here says, HH Express model N scale. So your N scale. So I always admire people that can do N scale. And if you saw my last video, you'd have seen that T scale. That is insane, isn't it? Absolutely insane. So yeah, great fun. And I think in that I said, when will we get Z scale? But Z scale's already out and it's bigger than T, so that doesn't seem to work properly, does it? But never mind. So there we go. Right, I'm going. I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to click on the button. I can finish my tea that will now be cold and get on. And at least this is all set up, hopefully. So we'll see. I just have to charge all the computers up again. All right, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye.